What is up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel, the Jankyard. It's Matt, and happy Wave 4 release for Transformers the Trading Card Game, Wave 4, War for Cybertron, Siege Part 2. A mouthful, yes. It's release day, and I hope everybody pulls some great stuff in their boxes. Me, I pulled something awesome. General Optimus Prime, yeah, this bad boy. So the first thing I did was, you know what, since I pulled him, I'm going to go ahead and show everyone the deck that I've been kind of just proxying for a little bit, and he's pretty cool. I'm using Steeljaw from Wave 3, the Special Blaster vs. Soundwave set that came out. I do have the 35th Anniversary Edition, but I kind of use this one just for playing. And I'm playing a new card called Private Vanguard. Private Vanguard's special ability, aside from being a ranged Battlemaster, is that when one of your characters defends and you flip at least one white, the character can't take more than 5 attack damage this battle. That extends for all your characters, and when he is KO'd, you put him on your Optimus Prime, which gives him +2 armor, and you get to do 1 damage to a tapped enemy. That's pretty sick. General Optimus Prime, on the other hand, has the ability, aside from being ranged on both sides, he is a leader on both sides, and he has 3 utility slots, so that can actually be used to hold a few utilities that we're playing this deck that are vital to keeping him alive. Now, in his other mode, when you flip an orange and blue during battle, you can play one of the flip upgrades onto him after the battle, so not when you're attacking, like it's afterwards. And when you flip him back to his truck mode, you can play an action for the top of your deck after you reveal it. So pretty great. Let's talk about the deck. So first of all, let's go to actions. So with the deck itself, we want to make sure that we flip enough white so that Private Vanguard does trigger his ability, and also that we flip enough white during our attacks so that we can utilize and get to play one of the upgrades that Optimus Prime flips when he's in his bot mode. So first of all, we're playing 2 copies of Espionage. The reason why this is in the deck, because I love picking cards from opponents' hands. It can really disrupt them. It's a huge advantage, especially against playing against combiners, and I just love the card. It's great. Also, White Pip, fantastic. Next, 3 copies of Incoming Transmission. This right here, I was originally playing a different card, Treasure Hunt, because I wanted to draw as many upgrades as I could, but I found that Incoming Transmission could really set up my hand, especially if I wanted to flip one of the upgrades that were in my hand when I attack with General Optimus when he's in his bot mode, which is what we want to do. Sets it up. Next, 3 copies of Marksmanship. You have 2 ranged characters in your group, one being General Optimus Prime, the other being Private Vanguard. Utilize that by doing damage to your opponent's characters that are in bot mode with Marksmanship. It's important to remember that you can't do damage to a combiner. Also, and when they're in their alt mode, it will not work. So lots of burn damage, great. You can supplement this for 1 she'll stand, 1 she'll fall, but personally I found that missing those pip flips really can hurt the deck. So we're playing Marksmanship for that reason. We're also playing 3 copies of Peace Through Tyranny. It is important to note that you cannot KO Vanguard or Steeljaw because they are both only 5 stars. As I hold this up to my camera, like a joker. Next is 3 copies of Rollout. Rollout is in the deck so that you can flip the characters back to their alt mode, triggering Optimus Prime's ability to play an action off the top of your deck by like a supercharge or another ability, and flipping him back to that mode to attack. Super satisfying. Also, great for when you're triggering his bot mode. 1 copy of Ramming Speed. I'm not sure why that was there. 1 copy of Ramming Speed. It's great to knock off upgrades. Great. 3 copies of Security Checkpoint. We're not playing any handheld blasters or improvised shields in this deck. I want to give you a heads up. This is mainly there for hand disruption. Also, when you flip it, it just goes off at the perfect time. It's great. And plus, when you flip that for defense, 3 copies of Supercharge. We're playing Supercharge over Reckless Charge and any other type of bold ability because we want to flip upgrades that can go on Optimus Prime when you attack with him, and Supercharge is a great way to do that. And last but not least, Vaporize. It's there to remove upgrades. Simple as that. So these are your actions. So Supercharge will power up your Optimus Prime. That will let him get more value off his attack. Security Checkpoint is for your hand disruption. Rollout is to flip this Joker back, and possibly Steeljaw if you can. And play the top card of your deck if it's an action. Peace Through Tyranny is there to flip. These are for upgrade removal. Marksmanship is your direct damage. Incoming Transmission is to set up some cool, janky plays, and then Espionage is to remove the cards from your opponent's hands that could deter you. Now, let's get into the upgrades. Alright, so upgrades. You're going to say, Matt, why are you only playing so many of certain cards? Why are you not playing this card? Well, let's show you why. So, I am playing 2 copies of Armored Hovercraft. I was originally playing 3 copies of Armored Hovercraft, but I found that including another card, which I'm going to show you in a moment, was much more important than this 1 damage triggering. And flipping and putting this on one of the characters did get value when you attack and like, oh great, I flipped this one on, and I was just 1 away from killing or KOing another character. That did come into play, but I found having the other upgrades were a bit better. But if you find a better version for this than just playing Armored Hovercraft, let me know. 1 copy of Bashing Shield. We flip a lot of cards, you're going to want to have some type of removal. Bashing Shield's where it's at for armor. 1 copy of Enforcement Batons to knock off a Battlemaster or a weapon that's been annoying you. A must. 2 copies of Energon Axe. I was originally playing 3 copies of Energon Axe, but most times Prime and Steeljaw will have damage on them by the amount of times you're sending them into battle, and also putting an Energon Axe on Vanguard will have your opponent really pay attention to him and try to kill him off so that you can get him on your other character. So, utilizing a threat and putting that on him is great. Next is going to be 3 copies of Energy Pack. This is to go on Prime only. It increases his health by 4. This can put this bad boy up to a whopping extra 9 health. Or sorry, extra 12 health. 9. So an extra 12 health, which is great. 3 Force Fuels. You can play the brand new card that came out in Wave 3. I believe it was a Medic Shield or some type of shenanigans like that. What was it called? I have a box of cards near me here. Let me take a look and see what it is. So unprofessional, I know. Whatever it is, I can't remember. Anyways, blocks 4 damage. You know what Force Field does. 3 copies of the Iron Blaster of Optimus Prime. The Iron Blaster of Optimus Prime is great for this deck because it gives Prime an additional armor plus 2 attack, and just the fact that this goes on here, making him a big swinger even more, wonderful. Matrix of Leadership is the last card in the deck. So what's kind of cool is that if Matrix of Leadership goes down on Optimus Prime, it's going to give your other 2 smaller characters plus 1 attack each because he's a leader and these guys are little tiny little guys. But if you get all 3 matrices on your character, that's an additional 3 attacks, so 10 in alt mode and then 11 in your bot mode, and then the rest of your characters get plus 3 attack, which is pretty good. And especially teaming that up with an Energon Axe for plus 9 on Steeljaw or plus 9 on Vanguard, pretty good. Anyway, that is the meat and potatoes of the deck. I'm going to kind of show you how it plays a little bit and shuffle it up and just see how it goes. So just give me a moment here while I take a quick look, and I will find out what that card was, as I don't know why I wasn't prepared. Anyway, just a moment. Alright, we're back, and by the way, Medic's Protective Field. So, let's take a look and see how this deck goes. I've been playing it probably since, I'd say, right around mid-October, and tonight I brought it to the table with some friends after opening all our boxes here, after tossing our proxies, and it was a good time. So let's see how the deck goes. Alright, so let's say we go first. Why not? Okay, so we're going to draw our 4 cards. So redraw our 4 cards. On turn 1, we're just going to go hard. If we're facing an aggro list, we're going to flip General Prime, like that, sorry, and just go hard into them right away. Or we could possibly just flip Steeljaw and wait. But most times, I kind of want to just wait it out. I always send in Vanguard, so let's go ahead and get ahead of it. Flip Prime, attack with Vanguard. We're going to go ahead and flip our top 2 cards of our deck. There's a white pip. Alright, so we swing at our opponent for 4. Now, our opponent's going to take their turn. After our opponent starts their turn, they're not going to want to kill our Battlemaster right away, so that kind of deters them from going ham and planting a grenade launcher and snapping this off right away. Unless they have a way to remove it, most likely Vanguard is going to survive. So they attack in, let's say they attack in the smaller creature for an attack of 4. Let's go ahead and do our defense. So 1, 2, a defense of 1, 2, 3. So we take 2 damage. Now, this is when it comes up to our turn, which is very important. So we're going to draw for the turn and look at our hand. Okay, great. So Steeljaw has the ability to give each of your characters that has 10 or more stars bold 1. Since General Optimus Prime, or I like to call him Galaxy Prime, is 15, that's a clear contender for that. So we're going to go ahead and try to trigger his ability. But first, we want to make sure we protect our Prime and ensure that we're going to actually keep him alive. Now, we can play the Ion Blaster of Optimus Prime if we want to guarantee a kill shot, I guess you could say. And we'll play Supercharge so that we can get lots of value from it, and then possibly get another upgrade, because we're definitely going to flip one. Or we could go for the safer route, which is playing a force field and then playing the rollout like that to get another action out and send Steeljaw out. But I'm feeling Danger-esque, so we're just going to go ahead and we're going to go hard. So we're going to play the Ion Blaster of Optimus Prime. We're going to shoot the Supercharged General Optimus Prime and swing for the fence. So we've got a total of bold 4. So let's do some flips. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, well, I guess we did get some. So that's going to be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 damage. After the battle, we can choose to pick any one of these ones here. We already do have an Optimus Prime Blaster on here, so we're going to play that Matrix Leadership on top of our Prime. And then our opponent's going to attack. They're probably going to go after General Prime, so we'll see what happens here. So they attack into us. 1. Alright, so unfortunately we didn't get a white, so we didn't trigger Private Vanguard's ability, but we did get defense of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pretty decent. Alright, our turn comes up again, so we're going to draw a card. And we're doing pretty good here, so let's ensure that Prime is able to survive a bit. So I'm going to go ahead and... what to do? Well, I'm going to risk it. I'm going to play... Rollout. Why not? We'll play Rollout first, okay? But before we do that, actually, let's just wait. Let's play our energy pack on Prime, just in case we flip a security checkpoint. We don't want to lose our upgrades. So we're going to play our energy pack on Prime for upgrade. We're going to play Rollout. Flip Prime, put the top card of our deck. Yeah, it's a Rollout. Oh well, sometimes you whiff. Anyways, we all flip our characters. I should have flipped Steeljaw as well. So everybody gets a bold 1. And then from there, we're going to go ahead and flip Steeljaw for the turn, and then swing with Steeljaw. That's too funny. Alright, so we're going in. Alright, so Steeljaw swings for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not too bad. And then 7 with the Matrix. My apologies. And then they come into us. They're probably going to go after the Optimus Prime again. We defend. We take a little bit of damage. We untaps. And then we drop our turn. Right here. And let's go ahead and do some shenanigans. So we're going to go ahead and flip Prime for the turn. And we're going to play Incoming Transmission. Draw 1, draw 2, and then put 1 on top of our deck. We're going to put the force field on top of our deck. Do we want to do that? Yeah, why not? Yeah, let's do it. And then we're just going to go harder with Optimus Prime. So we have a total bold, just bold 1, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. We can play any one of these upgrades that we want here. Not knowing that we had the armed hovercraft on top of the deck, let's say we want to protect our characters, we're going to go ahead and put the force field on Prime after doing our damage. And that's kind of how the deck plays. It's got quite a bit of shenanigans you can do. I did quite a bit of things with it this evening, and it was just a good time. So hopefully you do get some enjoyment from this deck. I like it a lot, and you can let me know what you think down in the comments below. Let me know if you have any ideas for it, if you can change it at all. And yeah, that's... oh, I shake my camera. Anyways, that's everything. Thanks for watching. And I kind of just, I don't really know how to end these videos anymore. I guess the end, that's it. Don't forget to check Top Deck TCG for all your card needs, and use the 10% code MATTERFOR to get 10% off your order, because that is still a thing. And I will be back later this week, I promise, with my Energon Qualifier deck, which I promised like a couple weeks ago. But it will be out. Have a great weekend. Enjoy Wave 4. Open all the good things. Peace.